The world of military aviation is filled with whispers. Rumors fly faster than the jets themselves. Recently, a new and powerful one has taken hold. It centers on China's Shenyang J-35 fighter jet. This is a stealth aircraft, a modern marvel of engineering. The big question on everyone's mind is whether this advanced machine is heading to Pakistan. The buzz started quietly. It grew into a roar across defense forums and social media. The idea of Pakistan, a long-time operator of Chinese hardware and American hardware, acquiring a fifth-generation stealth fighter is a massive deal. It would represent a quantum leap in the Pakistan Air Force's capabilities, altering the strategic landscape of South Asia in a very big way. This isn't just idle speculation. The conversation gained serious momentum after a Pakistani official made a public comment. The chief of the air staff of the PAF mentioned plans to acquire fifth-generation fighters from China. This statement acted like a match thrown on dry tinder. Suddenly, the J-35 was the prime suspect. Why? Because it is China's most prominent and export-oriented stealth fighter program. Official statements on major arms deals are often cryptic. They are carefully worded and meant to convey a message without revealing too much. The story of the J-35 and Pakistan is a perfect example of this. The primary source of the recent excitement came directly from Pakistan's Air Chief Marshal Zahir Ahmed Baba Sidhu. In a ceremony in early 2024, he said the foundation had been laid for the PAF to acquire J-31 stealth fighter jets. Note the designation he used, J-31. This is an older name for the FC-31, the export version of the J-35. His words were deliberate. They were a clear signal of intent, a public declaration that Pakistan is actively pursuing this advanced capability. On the Chinese side, the response has been far more reserved. This is standard procedure for Beijing. Chinese officials and state-owned defense conglomerates rarely comment on potential export deals until they are finalized and signed. The Aviation Industry Corporation of China, AVIC, manufacturer of the J-35. AVC has showcased the FC-31 at airshows for years. They have openly marketed it as a premier fifth-generation export option. Their official position is one of readiness. They have built a product for the international market. The Shenyang J-35 is not just another fighter jet. It represents China's entry into an exclusive global club. Producers of fifth-generation stealth aircraft. It's a twin-engine design, a medium-weight fighter. It bears a striking resemblance to the American F-35. This is likely not a coincidence. It features a stealthy airframe. Chinese, the sharp blended fuselage extensions, canted vertical tails, internal weapons bays. All of these elements reduce radar cross-section. A low RCS means enemy radars struggle to detect it, track, and engage. That survivability is the single most important attribute of a fifth-generation fighter. It lets the jet operate in heavily defended airspace, where older jets would be easily shot down. Beyond stealth, the J-35 is expected to be highly capable. It's designed to be a multi-role fighter, air-to-air combat, ground attack, intelligence-gathering missions. Its internal bays are designed to carry a mix: air-to-air missiles like the PL-15, precision-guided bombs. The jet will also feature an advanced AESA radar. AESA radars are a game-changer. In the age of instant information, the line between fact and fiction can become pretty blurry. This is especially true in the secretive world of defense procurement. The J-35 to Pakistan story is a prime case study. On one side, wild social media speculation. X, formerly Twitter, defense forums packed with confident proclamations. Claim, dozens of J-35s already being built for Pakistan. Claim, Pakistani pilots training in China. Claim, the deal will be announced any day now. These posts are often accompanied by dramatic fan-made graphics. They're fueled by nationalistic pride and excitement, but they're almost always devoid of verifiable evidence. On the other side, cautious, measured analysis from experts. The war zone Jane's Aviation Week analysts rely on official statements, satellite imagery of production facilities, information from industry insiders. Their conclusions are far more nuanced. Most analysts agree Pakistan's interest is real. The air chief's statement was significant. Pakistan's interest in the J-35 isn't driven by a simple desire for new military toys. It's actually rooted in a deep-seated strategic imperative to maintain a credible deterrent against its much larger neighbor, India. For decades, the Pakistan Air Force has pursued a strategy of qualitative edge to offset India's quantitative superiority. This means fielding technologically advanced platforms that can hold their own against a numerically larger force. The PAF's acquisition of the F-16 in the 1980s was a classic example of this. Today, as India modernizes its Air Force Rafale AMCA, Pakistan feels the pressure to respond. The Rafale has been a particular point of concern for Pakistani military planners. The Rafale, with its advanced Meteor beyond visual range air-to-air missile and powerful sensor suite, represents a significant upgrade to India's capabilities. The J-35 is seen in Islamabad as the perfect counter. A stealth fighter can negate many of the Rafale's advantages. It can avoid detection by the Rafale's radar and get into a position to strike first. This ability to challenge India's top-tier assets is a powerful motivator for the PAF. It's about preventing India from achieving total air dominance in a potential conflict. Acquiring the J-35 would cement Pakistan's strategic alignment with China. While the strategic logic for Pakistan acquiring the J-35 is compelling, the path to acquisition is honestly fraught with significant hurdles. The most formidable of these is cost. Fifth-generation stealth fighters are notoriously expensive, not just to purchase but to operate and maintain. The F-35, for example, has a staggering cost per flight hour. While the J-35 is expected to be cheaper, it will still represent a massive financial commitment for Pakistan, a country that perennially faces economic challenges and pressure from international lenders like the IMF. Securing the financing for a fleet of these advanced jets will be a monumental task, likely requiring a very generous long-term loan from China itself. Another major obstacle is the maturity of the aircraft's systems, particularly its engines. Early prototypes of the FC-31 were powered by Russian-made RD-93 engines, the same family of engines used in the JF-17. However, the definitive version of the J-35 is expected to use a new Chinese-made engine, the WS-19. Developing reliable high-performance jet engines is one of the greatest challenges in aerospace engineering. Questions remain about the maturity, performance, and long-term reliability of these new Chinese engines. Pakistan would be taking a significant risk by becoming the first export customer for an aircraft powered by a new and relatively unproven engine. So after examining the buzz, the official statements, and the strategic complexities, what is the final verdict? Is Pakistan getting the J-35? The answer, based on the available evidence as of today, September 3, 2025, is that this is a developing reality, not a myth. However, its timeline and scale remain uncertain. The public declaration by Pakistan's air chief is the most compelling piece of evidence. It transformed the J-35 from a speculative option into a declared procurement goal. This was not a casual remark. It was a clear signal of intent from the highest level of the PAF, indicating that the political will and strategic desire are firmly in place. The distinction between a done deal and a declared goal is crucial. Currently, we are at the stage of a declared goal. The rumors of signed contracts and immediate deliveries are, for now, fiction. The negotiation process for a multi-billion-dollar arms deal of this complexity is long and arduous. This process will take years, not months. The J-35 is not going to appear in PAF colors tomorrow. In conclusion, the acquisition of the J-35 by Pakistan is a highly probable future reality.